the kickoff to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tigers offense will take the first swing of the game. When these two teams square off against each other, they know the legacies they carry, and that'll be evident in this one, guys.
Alabama-LSU is one of my favorite games each and every year because this is one of the fastest games you'll see all season. There is so much NFL first-round talent on the field every time these two teams play.
Year after year, we could go back and name so many names, but you're right. The draft is going to call them. The stakes are always high. The conference always on the line. These two teams, you know, are always squarely in the mix.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
They sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on the recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same 5-star athletes across the board. That's a big reason why this game means so much.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Miller with the ball. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
All right, the offense wanted a first down there, but they got the completion, and now it sets up a 4th down situation where it's manageable. I can accomplish it, and yes, I'm going for it.
And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. To the ground with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Shakes off the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the air, it's Milroe. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Tigers have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Wants to throw on 2nd down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Calls his own number. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The give out of the gun. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's loose. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
LSU, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. That's caught. It's Daniels. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right. He's got it. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They're going to throw it again. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the 3-ball gives us a tie. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call. Avoids pressure. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Still on his feet at the 45. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Now adjusting. He'll pull it down, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Gets it out fast. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Comes out throwing on 1st down, using the quick game. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up by 18 over Florida. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds a man in the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He unleashes a long one. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And it's no good. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And here on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll pull it on the read. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. This offense has a 2nd down play. The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Dropping back, it's Milroe. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Just trucks through it. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Wide out in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A little screen to the running back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Fires to the tight end. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. And now they regain the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking for room. It's Durham. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Finds his man. It's Daniels. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking for a deep man. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to pass, it's Milroe. He's taking the shot. Makes a connection. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 18 over Florida.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a man, it's Lacey.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He looks that one in nicely.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Finds his man. It's Lacey. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
This quarterback has been really good today. He's been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. LSU quick to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Lacey. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Pulls it in. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Going for 6. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give is to Miller. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Slips through the line. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Line getting set on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Lacey. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Palmer.